Welcome to this episode of Beer and Booze with B-Rad. I'm your host, B-Rad, and let's start the show off right. If you're going to drink, don't drive. If you're going to drive, do not drink. And something near and dear to my heart on this Red Friday. Remember, everyone deployed. I always wear red on Fridays to until all the men and women come home from overseas, which that may or may not ever be. Who knows? All right, I've got something near and dear to my heart. 22 veterans died today to PTSD, suicide. So if you happen to know someone suffering from PTSD, anxiety, depression, please reach out to that individual and see how they're doing. Do a buddy check. Lend an ear. Ask them if they want to go have a beer. Ask them if they want to go to dinner. Sometimes just listening to these individuals could possibly save their life, believe it or not. And I'm very blessed that I have friends that check on me. Lupe Gomez, Scott Lofsky, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys for reaching out to me and saying if I was okay during this mad mess of a time, during this pandemic where the world just shut down because of COVID-19. So I have got a beer, and this is a beer review I haven't done for a while. Normally, I have not done this beer, so a lot of the beers I bring to you, I give the history and the craftsmanship of the brewery, because I like to share the stories behind the breweries that craft the beers. Okay, so a lot of them I don't rehash. I just give the beer review. Well, this one I have not, and I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing it. It's an Austrian beer, and they've been in business since 1681, I believe. And they are still privately owned, with 8 generations of families taking control of it. So, God, my camera's sitting there doing that crap again. All right, it's Ingberg. Nicholas or Schloss Ingberg, Santa Claus, Hell or Heels, malt liquor 8.2% or fluid ounces. Oh, alcohol 14% by volume. Wow, product of Austria. Okay, very very old timey. It's got the embossed lettering up here. I mean, they got attention to detail on that cap. Just this is just like nostalgia that they've kept this. Okay, brewed and bottled by. Oh, okay. Here it tells a little story back here. Brewed only once a year on December 6th. St. Nicholas is aged for 10 months before bottling. This specifically is perhaps the rarest in the world. St. Nicholas may be aged for many years to come. Older vintages become more complex with a creamy warming finish, I guess. All right, so it's just I really can't read, but sometimes these labels are a little hard to read because they make it in silver, and against the bottle and everything, I can't hardly see it, man. That's my fault. I will get hooked on phonics next time. I apologize. All right, the company's been around for a very long time. It's something that I found on their website, and I had to hit the Google Translator because it was in German. But 1600 is actually when this came in effect. It came 1881 is when their story kind of began. But what I find it a little funny about this particular beer is the fact that this family and stuff was kind of like travelers and stuff. And one time one of the family members hopped on a freaking boat, got on the wrong boat, ended up getting picked up by a bunch of Portuguese or something, went totally somewhere else, came back about 7 years later, you know, with all these stories and adventures and everything, and just, you know, it's just kind of a little funny story. I mean, in a way, I mean, back in those days, I guess, you know, you didn't have a boat ticket or something, you just hopped on, you know, they probably didn't have any signs, probably didn't have shit. But 8 generations of people, man, that's absolutely fantastic to have a brewery in existence that long and privately owned. And I'm going to assume one of Austria's strongest brewing companies. And I just, like I said, I love to share the stories with you guys about the breweries at Crafties, especially some that have been in existence for so long. And one of my best beer reviews that I've had is one on Steampunk, and I guess that was maybe an Austrian beer, I'm not sure, somewhere over there. And you know, dude wrote me and said they could get it for like, I don't know, not even $1, or like 25-35 cents a can, which is absolutely ridiculous, because over here I'm paying for that can, or I believe it was a can I had, I believe I paid $3 or $4 or $5 for it. And a lot of these craft breweries, that's what you do. You pay pretty, they're pretty pricey. All right, let's get on. I'm going to give their labeling shit. I'm going to give it a 4.2. I'm going to give it a high one because I like the nostalgic. I like their attention to detail, the embossing on the bottle, and everything with that. And it tells a little story on the bottle of the beer. Make it simple. Plus them to age this for that long. All right. Okay, that's got kind of an amberish color, I guess. God, the head really went down really fast. I'm going to give the head a 2.0. I'm going to give the color, I'm going to give the color a 3.8. All right, let's, I'm getting, believe it or not, I'm getting like an apple-ish sweet cider smell, okay? You can smell maybe a little bit of maltiness in there, but it's like I said, it's got I want to say apples, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's some type of. Let's give her a taste. I'm gonna give it a smell. It smells really good. It smells kind of like apple juice, honestly. Give it a smell of 3.5. That is a weird taste. It's kind of like it's kind of like got a real, like a spice type taste in it. Maybe an allspice taste, gingerbread, something like that. It's got a real, it's got a real strong, spicy flavor to it, and I can't describe the spice flavor to it, honestly. I apologize for that. I've never had it before, so I mean, I've never drank a beer that is quite that. Gosh, it caught me by surprise. You know, this is it's a malt liquor, so doesn't taste like any malt liquor that I've ever had, but it's got a real strong. Let's go ahead and give her another taste, all right? It's like a strong, spicy, malty flavor to it. I don't know. It's real hard to explain. Really not my cup of tea. Okay, the taste, I'm going to give the taste a 3.2, and even though this is brewed once a year, I don't know. I mean, just not my cup of tea, man. Not for a malt liquor, it's not. All right, let's say you're over in Austria, you're having a good time, you're drinking, and I like to call this a chuggability test. You know, my friend Casey has an eye patch. He's a Marine. He's over there drinking, trying to get free beers, trying to make friends with everybody, I'm sure. And chuggability was created to give you an unfair advantage. against professional drinkers such as Casey trying to get free beers, free shots, free whatever, you know, maybe even some nachos or something. So let's get on with chug building. You know, it almost has like a whiskey type flavor to it. I mean, seriously, it is strong. I mean, a 14% alcohol by volume, yeah, it's a strong beer. Okay, not really my cup of tea. Will I drink it again? Maybe, but I'm not going to recommend it. So it's okay. They have good marketing, great history, and everything. I'm sure they put out a great product. They have other beers out there. I can't wait to try them. All right, this is part of my episode where I like to pay tribute to the men and women that sacrifice all for this great country. I love America. Oh, I hope you love America too. All right. And of course, we're going to drink the Slipknot number 9. And to Chesty Puller, there was something that came across my phone to Chesty Puller, where we are. Actually, that didn't mix too bad with the beer, so. Thank you guys very much. Thank you for watching. Thank you, of course, Lupe Gomez, Frank Wilson, another T7 brother, Scott Losky, always, Lynn Johnson, Chad Schwinn, Irona, if you're out there, Casey, of course. Let's pay tribute to Casey. Casey is my Marine Corps brother that I make the chuggability kind of in his honor. I did it to my friend Gary, but then I felt kind of maybe Gary was getting upset or something. It wasn't anything that I was trying to be making fun of him or anything, just something I just thought of. If you knew the man's very friendly. If you're in a bar and you sit down with him, you're automatically going to be his friend and everything. And I think each and every one of you, all the friends and stuff, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. That's the only way my channel gets out. I've been trying to do a little bit of research on this, and and being, getting on my channel and even going to another channel, it gives me better preference when in the ratings and stuff, and I quite hadn't figured out how to get the ratings up where I have a few more followers than 53. Thank you, my 53. And Stony Vineyards, I just watched your latest video. I didn't make a comment, but I did hit the like button. God, you make some interesting beers, man. Looks like you did pretty good with making the adjustment on that dark wheat that you put in your Muddy Paws. I think a lot of time when you're creating beers and stuff or anything, it's just sometimes winging it, and everything is part of it. And if you find that little happy mistake with it, that might be your favorite thing to create and stuff. So thank everyone very much. I'm going into the longest video I've made in a while. So thank you guys very much. Hit the subscribe button, share the shit out of it, do whatever you got to do. Tell your mom, tell your friends, tell everyone. Semper Fi, motherfucker.